Okay, today I just done a refresh. So part of the refresh you need to do some exam as well, like a written exam. The question normally random, might be different from this, but at least give you a rough idea of how to answer this question if it have been a while. Okay, so first, number one, what is the most important rule in scuba diving? A. Never dive alone. B. Always perform a pre-dive safety check. C. Establish positive buoyancy and relax when at the surface. And D. Breathe continuously and never hold your breath. And yeah, breathe continuously. This, so you see the right answer. It's D. Second question, to keep my ear from hurting while ascending, I should. Ascending is mean going down. So to going down, so equalize your ear early and often, right? So, yep. Another choice just sort of stupid, so it doesn't matter. Third one, diving when I have a cold allergy may cause me to what? To have significant difficulty equalizing pressure in my body airspace. So many people have problem like this, especially Western people. They might have a sinus and it gets stuck. They kind of pressurize when they get a cold. That's why this is the right answer. Yeah. Okay. Number 4. If I can't equalize my ear while descending, I should do what? So maybe you should end the dive. Yeah, I choose this answer. My dive master say it actually correct both way. Also, you can say continue to ascend slightly and attempt to equalize until I run out of air, which means that you can go up a little bit if you feel comfortable to keep continuing until maybe you run out of air, have lower air. So he think this one is also correct. So depend how strict the dive master is. So I guess both question is both answer is correct. Number 5, holding my breath while scuba diving can do what to you? Okay, it can cause serious life-threatening lung injury. Yeah, this one quite obvious, easy to understand. So it doesn't make you float or make me conserve air or anything. Okay. Number 6, if I work too hard and find it difficult to breathe underwater, I should do what? Yeah, stop everything, take a rest, hold on to something for support if possible. Just pretty much just stop everything and take a rest. In the real situation, you should try to find a rock and maybe hide behind big rocks so that you can shelter from the current. Then you can take a rest and gain your strength and keep continuing. Number 7, during a dive, I kind of stop shivering. So cold. What should I do? Yeah, so of course choose the safest answer. So exit the water immediately, dry off and seek warmth, or else you might go into hypothermia. Become too cold, and that can be life-threatening. Okay, number 8, the most important feature of my weight system is the weight, or the weight belt you have. What is the most important of this weight belt? Okay, the trick answer is like in B, have enough weight to sink quickly. It's not correct, but the most important thing is your release is working or not. A quick release that allow me to drop enough weight to float. Because of if your release is broken, then you die, right? That's why it's the most important. So imagine you go down to the bottom of the sea and somehow you had to go up, but your weight belt, you cannot release it, cannot get rid of it. The quick release is broken, then you die down there. So that's why this is the right answer. It becomes the most important if the quick release is working. Okay, number 8. Number 9, if I become separated from my body underwater, what should I generally do? So the answer is, of course, that 1 minute search. Right, so search for a minute underwater and go up to find my body. So search underwater for 1 minute, look around 360 degrees, and okay, if there's no one around, then just go up safely and meet another people up there, in the surface. Number 10, my body and I observe a mild current at the dive site. Surely, how should we begin our dive? So let's assume that you start at A position and you see a current and you want to come back at the same position, which is come back to A. Then you should swim against the current. So you do the hard working first, right? And then the current will just push you back to A. If you understand that they say A to B, you from A swim against the current to B, and then at B position, current will push you backward to A. Then you don't need to work as hard on the way back. But in some situation, if you do, you want to follow the current, so you go from A to B. They call drift diving. So you start one place and you end up in another place. That is another way of diving it. But in this question, they ask about typical diving. So you answer dive against or into the current. Number 11, my body and I cannot get back to the boat due to the current. What should we do? And of course, you choose the safest answer is make ourselves float. Signal for help, rest, and wait for the boat to pick us up. Don't try to, you see they have another answer, A, B, C. In C, it's very similar, but they say try to swim against the current. Yeah, they also not recommend you to do anything because the boat can pick you up very easily. Don't try to help the boat by swim against the current. Just take a rest and wait for the boat. Okay, number 12. Most injury caused by aquatic animal happen because, this one I think everyone know the answer, because animal is trying to protect itself. It's not aggressive, it's not harmful, it's not try to eat you, it just try to protect itself because the human beings sort of stupid. Yeah, that's why. Number 13. In diving related problem occur at the surface, I should do what? If it at the surface, right, you haven't gone down into the water yet, yeah, I should immediately establish positive buoyancy and stop, think and act to handle the problem, right? Yeah, so put the air into UBCD and then try to figure out what to do because you not get into the water just yet. Okay. Another answer is sort of stupid. I mean, it's just to trick you. Descend to solve problem. Why you want to go down into the water solve problem? Make no sense. Take my mask off also make no sense. Remove my weight belt. No, it doesn't make sense. So it's quite easy. That the answer is A. Okay, 14. My body give me out of air signal. So out of air, it like move your hand across the throat. So out air. I should do what? The answer is offer my body my alternative air source. So you give your body your octopus and then ascending together in a controlled manner and then holding hand and then go up slowly together with your body, right? Look at the A, B, C, D, and you can see the A is quite easily the right answer. So 15, the risk of decompression sickness, DCS, nitrogen bubble, blocking blood flow in your body after a dive. Right? It increase if the diver is, okay, this one is quite tricky. You can see number 1, dive in the poor visibility, strong moving water. B, the diver is tired, cold, sick, thirsty, and overweight. C, diver with equipment that is not working properly. And D, does only one dive a day. This one make no sense. But you can see that, okay, they say the right answer is B. The diver is tired, cold, sick, thirsty, and overweight. My dive master says sometimes Western people come here, lose a lot of water during the day. They don't know that because it's so hot. They're so thirsty. They go down there and they have problem with the DCS because they're very thirsty and probably overweight. So too tired. So I mean, diving equipment that is not properly working, that might cause different type of danger, but not have to be specific to DCS. So in this question, the right answer is the diver is tired, cold, sick, thirsty, and overweight. Okay. So 16, to reduce the risk of decompression sickness. Okay. If you read A, B, C, D, you can see C quite easily. The right answer, make a safety stop at 5 meters at the end of each dive, which we always do that anyway. So that's the right way to reduce decompression sickness. 17, the first step in using your dive computer is to, I mean, it might be a little bit tricky, I don't know, for some people, but okay, read the manufacturer instruction. That's the right answer, right? Don't need to set time and date or whatever. Yeah, just read what the manual say. Okay. 18, this one a little bit tricky. If you make 2 dives in one day and plan to fly home on a commercial plane, what is the minimum time I should wait before getting on the plane? If it one dive, it's 12 hours according to the manual of PADI, right? If it 2 dive, they say it's 18 hours. Yeah, so in this question, the right answer is 18 hours, 2 dive, and 24 hours is 3 dive. But normally your computer will tell you anyway. Yeah, but just remember it's 18 for this question. 19, to plan a dive, I use my dive computer dive plan mode, or NSL. Actually, in another question they call NSL. Okay, to determine what. Okay, so in this one, you use the dive plan mode so that to see the no stop limit for each depth, typically in 3 meter increment. On a computer, when you go, our computer, you also can do that. You go into the plan mode, right? And then you scroll through it. They will say, okay, how many nitrogen residue left in your blood, from all the previous dive accumulated. And then they will say that, okay, if you plan to go into a certain depth, say like you want to go into 18 meter depth, how many minutes you can go into it. So this is what the plan mode does. It's quite good, so that you know right away without have to. Yeah, so like if people say you want to go down to the 30 meter dive with me, and you just go into a plan mode and check, and you will see whether can you go into how many minutes can you go into this 30-minute dive with your friend, because you will have a different setting than your friend. Yeah, because of he might done less dive than you do. So this is a very good mode. Check it out, the plan mode on your computer. Okay. Number 20, if I accidentally exceeded my computer no stop limit, I need to do what? Okay, So you exceed it already. They tell you to do something, stay here for 3 minutes, but you stayed there for like maybe 5 minutes. What should I do? Okay, so the right answer is just decompress according to computer instructions. So the computer will recalculate and it will tell you what to do. So just follow what computer tell you to do. We stay there for 10 minutes more or whatever. So just follow that. That's the right answer. That's why we have computer for, because it calculates for us. Okay, 21. Most divers begin to notice the effect of gas narcosis at approximately in which depth? Gas narcosis when you go down too deeply and you become a little bit like wonky, a bit crazy. If you remember, we go down like 30 meters and that start to happen. Some people go lightheaded, go a bit insane, the kind of things so happen at 30 meters. That's why advanced certification is limit people to dive at 30 meters because of they try preventing you from gas narcosis at this depth. Okay, so when you do the test, okay, sometimes you come across very old paper like this one. We just talk about RDP table. This one is about how to read, how to plan your dive manually without computer. So you don't need to do this section. Yeah, RDP recreational dive plan. There's another video if you want to learn more about it, but yeah, normally they will not require you to answer the question. Okay, yeah, so move on to another set of questions in the computer. It's very similar set of question anyway, so just give us more exposure. So it's a similar kind of question but word differently. Yeah. Number one, if your ear or sinus hurt when you are descending, going down, it usually mean what? Okay, it mean the right answer is it's C. The right answer is C. You're feeling a squeeze and need to equalize. Okay, so the answer is you. For number one, you are feeling a squeeze and need to equalize. Okay, so number two. Okay, which you should not dive if you have a cold or allergies because. Okay, very similar to that another question that we go through before. So this one, the correct answer is C. You may not be able to equalize pressure in your body airspace. Like I said, your sinus normally block, and when you have a cold and you cannot equalize, that's why the right answer is C. Okay, number three, the same question. We can skip that. Holding your breath while scuba diving can cause, for this particular one, it all of the above. It causes lung injury. It push air into bloodstream in the chest area and it lead to the life-threatening injury, of course. So for number three, the answer is D. Number four, what is the most important rule in scuba diving? This one easily, right? Breathe continuously and never hold your breath. Okay, 4. So number 5, if you work too hard and find difficulty to breathe underwater, you should, same. Stop all activity and rest. Hold on to something for if possible. So answer is B. So number 6, you are properly weighed for diving. If you, this one is quite interesting question. If you are properly weighed for your diving, if you what? So this one, the answer is C. Float at eye level, holding normal breath of air with an empty BCD. So what they normally will do is empty your BCD, put you in the ocean because it's salt water, right? And then they need to choose a very calm water so they can see the level very properly. They put a weight belt around you. If you float at your eye level, when you're holding your breath normally, this means you properly weight. If your whole head go up on top of water, you high up, too high up above water, they will add weight. If you too your whole head underneath water, you too heavy, they put the weight out. Okay, so you properly weight when your eye level it at the sea level. So this is the C is the right answer for this question. Okay, so 7. If you and your body separated underwater, what should you generally do? Okay, this is the same thing. So 1 minute rule again. So number 7, number which is different is B. Okay, number 8. Number 8. Imagine you feel a mild current and start to dive. You should do this. Okay, just go dive again, so into the current. Same question. Number 9, please. Number 9. Imagine you were boat diving. You were caught in the strong current at the surface. What should you do? Okay. Same question. Make yourself float. Signal for help, rest, and wait. So that A. Okay, this one the same. Animal is trying to protect itself. So 11. In an hour air situation, you close your body. The best thing to do. Okay, so this one. Same. Switch to your body alternative air source. So number 11 answer is A. Okay, 12. The diver, this is a very stupid question. The diver who act foolishly at depth may start acting normally again if, what does it mean, acting foolishly at depth? Actually, they mean the gas narcosis. The question number 21 from the last paper. So it means they go too deep and now they have gas narcosis and do something silly, lightheaded, the entire thing. So the answer is, if they're going up to shallow depth, they will act normal again. So the answer is number 12. The answer is A, ascending up to the shallower depth. Number 13. Okay, this one same question. So you are sick, thirsty, overweight. That's the answer. 14 to reduce this. Number 14 to reduce the risk of a decompression sickness. How to reduce the risk? Number 14 is A. Make a safety stop at 5 meters at the end of each dive. Yes, it's very common rules to follow. 15. Okay, this is the same thing. So 18 hours. Okay. This one 16. This one is the one that I talk about, using the table, dive table. You don't need to answer it, but I know the answer just in case someone asks. So number 16, you see in here, 16, the answer is B, 53 minutes. Can check the dive table. And 17, go up a bit. 17, the answer is B, 34 minutes. Okay. And number 18, the answer is A. Yes, this one, if you understand the dive table, it actually they go overboard. They only have 36 minutes and they go over by 1 minute. So now they have to do the safety stop with 8 minutes. So 5 meters, 8 minutes. Okay, but don't need to worry. Okay, just can skip this one. Go to the next page. Okay, this one, number 19. The first step in using your dichometer. Okay, read manufacturer instructions, same thing. So number 20. I say same question, but they're wording differently. When you're planning a dive with a computer, you use the plan mode or NDL scroll mode forward, right? Yeah, so NDL for no decompression limit for depth. Where said you can go through the plan mode and see how many minutes you can stay at depth. Okay, number 21. Number 21. When making a computer assisted dive, okay, the answer is each diver needs an individual computer. Yeah, because everyone is different, right? So 21, the answer is A. So 22, it is important that you not turn off the dive computer between dive because of what? 22. 22 is B, because it would lose memory of the previous dive and not calculate repetitive dive correctly. Because you want to know how many nitrogen build up in your blood, you not turn them off. Okay, so 23. If you accidentally exceed the computer no stop limit, what should you do? Same question actually, but word differently. So the answer is B. So decompress according to computer instruction, because it will recalculate it if you go over whatever they say. So like Google Map, it just reroute it, which is redo. So number 24, if your computer fail during a dive, you use your backup computer to continue to dive. If you are not wearing a backup, you should do what? Okay, so this is quite a little bit tricky question, right? But should you borrow your buddy backup? No, because of it's your buddy backup, it's not your computer backup, right? Continue the dive until low on air, but make no repeat dive. Doesn't make sense. So the right answer is ascend, make a safety stop and end the dive. So 24 answer is A. The safest option you can do just to end it, but do a safety stop. 25, last question. Okay, you make 2 dive into 1 day and flying home on a commercial plane. You should wait until the computer say you can fly, or how many hours? The same question. So the answer is 18, which is D. So 1 die 12, 2 die 18, 3 die 24. Okay, so this are the review question that I have answered to so far. So after you done the review, they will ask you to do the test at the pool, all the practical things. So yeah, the body check, baby with rabies, fun, check your BCD, check your weight, check your release or the strap, check your air, which is like the air gauge or the octopus, the regulator, the entire thing, and F finishing touch. So you have to check your fin, your mask, the entire thing. Okay, what they do in the pool depend on the instructor as well. So for my one today, we do the reg clearing, so that you push in your regulator, press the button in front of regulator to get the water out, or just blow the air to it, like the entire thing. Okay, so I think can you feel me? I think I do this probably easier. You're feeling me? Okay, so regulator clearing. Put the regulator in your mouth, right? And you press the button. So the air come out, the water go away. It's just like you blow into the snorkeling tube. Or you can blow, or you can press the button. The water will get out. So that's the first one, regulator clearing. Second is regulator recovery. So remember, if you lose this, it's flying away. How can you get it? So you bend to the right hand side, you put your hand down, passing your knee, and you go there, and you will grab your regulator and bring it back to your mouth, and then you can blow it or the press button, and then continue. That's the second test. So the third one is the mask clearing. So yeah, your mask is filled up with water. What can you do? They will ask you to wear a mask, and then you just open in the top a little bit, so the water get in halfway through. Why not open in the bottom? Because if you open in the bottom, the water rush in, get to your nose. So you open in the top, the water get in from the top, fill up halfway through. You press in the top, roll up, use your nose, get the air out. get the water out. So then now the mask is clear. You have to do that underwater in front of the instructor. Okay, next one is out of air. So the out of air, give me the alternative air source. You do this signal. So that people will give you the yellow octopus, holding the octopus, so that the strap go like this and the yellow octopus like this. Normally you have sort of have to bend like this so you can put it to his mouth so he can breathe through it. After he grab that, you ask, are you okay? And you're holding each other hand and you're ascending up. So that's how you do it. So out of air, get octopus, right? And the last one is the fin pivot. So you lay flat on the swimming pool, and then you put a little bit of air to your BC until you sort of like 45 degrees like this. You fin it on the swimming pool floor, and you breathe up and down. You can see your body go up and down, up and down. It's just to test that you know how to control your buoyancy properly. And then after that, he might ask you to swim around swimming pool so that he can see that you can develop neutral buoyancy. So you're okay to go into the water. Okay, so this pretty much all refresh. Normally, like if your last dive more than 1 year, then you have to do something like this. Cost you a bit of money, but at least it will save you a lot of headache. Okay, thanks.